black mirror, black obsidian mirror, also known as a scrying mirror, was used throughout history as a tool for divination and fortune telling. People would stare at it and ask themselves questions, or ask outer-worldly beings questions. You could ask it about past relatives who are no longer here, present events, and things to come in the future. One of the first examples we see of this is in Snow White, with Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. What most people don't know is that we use black scrying mirrors every day. Don't believe me? Then what's this? And this? And these? And lastly, this. Remember, television has the prefix tele. Tele means over distance. So this black mirror gives a vision over distance. We see it in words like telegram, which is sending messages over distance, telepathy, which is communicating over distance mentally, and lastly, teleport. Remember, a black hole is a port, so don't let it fly over your heads, y'all. What does this make us if we have all these black mirrors around us? Once seen, it can't be unseen. And in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
A lot of people have been asking about phone screens, TV screens, etc. being mirror portals. Basically, your phones, your TVs, your computers, your laptops, everything that's got a screen like that is a black mirror. One of these. Because when you look at it, what is this? It's the same for your computers or your TV screens. They're black mirrors. They're scrying mirrors. And throughout history, scrying mirrors have been used to communicate with the spirit world. They allow us to talk to those who are on the other side of that, things and people that we can't see with our eyes. They're used for divination, scrying of different types. Some people use flames in front of them. But it being a mirror portal, just like a regular mirror or a regular black mirror, things can come through it. More often than not, that's going to be a lower vibrational entity that comes through it, but it can also allow through spirits of family members and loved ones. Anything that can come through a different type of mirror portal can come through your phone screen. You can also lock them the same way that you lock other mirrors if you're okay with putting some oil on, say, the corner of your screen. Same goes for computers and TVs, or at night you can simply cover them so you don't have to worry about it while you're sleeping. But anything that's black like that and reflective is going to operate like a scrying mirror. Obsidian, black glass, glass that has been painted black on the back. I can't remember what a phone screen is made of right now, to be perfectly honest, but it gives the same effect. And there are quartz crystal inside of computer screens, TV screens, and phone screens, so it's just powering it up.
The Maharic Shield is the foundation technique for your energy work. This is by far the best technique to protect your energy and also boost up your energy when you need it. It essentially is creating a shield around your body from interdimensional harm and negative projection that is around you. It is connecting you back to the 12-strand DNA template as well as activating your higher dimensional selves. You will visualize this Merkaba star that will turn into the Hierophant in your third eye, because the third eye is the first signs of awakening, and also it's a great way to tap into your intuition. You can find different meditations on YouTube, but make sure that it also includes the Earth's Maharic Shield, because essentially you want to connect back to the center of Gaia, because that is where the protection and energy is, reclaiming back your power, reclaiming back your energy and the DNA template. It is helping you restore the crystal's frequency and opening up each chakra points too. Doing this practice daily realigns with the Katara grids, the crystal grids in your body. It allows you to build this into this trust with your intuition, this energy protection, and allow you to see things that are not in alignment for you, such as like the false light, the false teachings that are in this new age spiritual community. I started to do Maharic Shield activations just because I wanted to boost up my energy. I felt that my energy was not only so depleted, but I also want to try new forms of meditation. And by far, this has helped me so much in boosting up my energy. This is a great shield activation to do before you go to sleep and even waking up. When you do this every day or as often as you can, you will start to see a difference in your energy. If you have tried the Maharic Shield activation, let me know in the comments.
While I was down there,
Anybody tried that activation? Let me know in the comments.
there was something that happened. There was I don't even know what to call it. There was something that sounded like an earthquake, something that sounded like people got into a fight. There was a shooting. I was taken from one room to another, and then from there, someone left me there. I started moving and trying to get out of where I was. I was with the friend that I came in with, who was freaking out. She was hyperventilating. She was crying. She was trying everything to get out, and it made us get deeper in. The lower you go, the harder it is to get out. No one knows where the doors are. No one knows where the exits are. No one knows where some of these tunnels lead to. So it's not as easy as just say, I'm just going to get out, or I'm just going to try to find a way out. If you are walked in, you're escorted in, somebody has to help you get out. After what happened, we had to leave. Again, I don't know what was going on. I'm still not sure what happened that night. Maria, I am so sorry. I am like, my brain is I'm so sorry. I don't even know what's wrong with me right now. I'm being honest. I'm like stupid sweating, and I don't even know what's wrong. But I'm fine. Okay.
It's a very, very difficult topic.
I heard that mosquitoes are very attracted to type O blood. I'm just trying to have a hot girl summer, but look at this. How do I get rid of... I got
Hey, her up.
bit up on like both legs, and now I have scars because I wouldn't stop picking it. So does anyone have any advice on how to get rid of these ugly
You too grown to be picking at them. That's so childish.
dots? Like, some of my mosquito bites I've had for like 3 years and they have not disappeared. So
I need nobody to laugh at me when I say this because I'm dead ass. Have you ever seen this kind of mosquito? It got white dots on its legs. It looks like it belongs to a weird civilization, and it got me. I saw that shit land on me and I was astounded. I couldn't even hit it right away. And it bit. I waited until I was sure that it bit, because then I could slap it. Because I had to where are these things coming from, bro? I've never in my life seen that species of mosquito. So I'm like, yo, I got E. coli now or some shit? And it's not that. I'm seeing it twitch right now, bro. It's not even that. I feel like that shit right there is a U.S. government piece of special property. That shit is a spy. I don't know what it's doing, but it's not normal. It's dead twitching right now, bro. I need anybody in the comments right now to tell me if they've ever seen a white spotted black.
It looked like a tiger spider. And he said he got bit by it. Why would you sit there and wait for it to bite you? I would have got that off me so quick. Dude, tripping, ain't he?
A museum just opened up that's showing the 700,000-year history of Egypt. Yeah, that's no misprint, and you heard me right. The 700,000-year history of Egypt. This is the place, and it's massive. It's called the Grand Egyptian Museum, and it's in Giza, in the same area where the 3 massive pyramids are. I didn't know that Egypt had a 700,000-year history. Obviously, I knew the land was around, since the earth is billions of years old. But I didn't know that Egypt itself goes back 700,000 years. Now, what I was taught in school, and legitimately, I'm old, so that was a while ago, was that the history of Egypt goes back like 5,000 years. I myself always thought that it was more likely the history of Egypt goes back 10, 12, 15,000 years, and that their technology, which they had, has either been lost or forgotten. But when you look it up on Google, Google itself says the history of Egypt goes back 400,000 years. Yeah, that's way before science and history tell us that there was any culture on the earth. So my question is, if Egypt had a culture 700,000 years ago, and in the West we're only really hearing about it now, what else don't we know about our past and these ancient civilizations that we've been told were basically primitive? Well, I guess they weren't. Let me know what you think about this 700,000 year history of Egypt. And if you agree with me that a lot of these ancient cultures, we're not even close to knowing the whole story about them. Let me know your opinion, what you think, in the comment section, Booskies.
Oh, it's all coming out now. I'm telling you, it's all coming out now. They found a giant mummified finger in Egypt in 1988. Oh my days. And for all those skeptics out there that are wondering if this is real, they managed to verify this one with an X-ray. The hand of a mummy with a 15-inch finger would be this size. The actual hand most likely weighs more than 175 pounds. If a person this size once existed, then it becomes easy to understand how the pyramids was built. So when I say I got your ass, oh, I've got your ass.
Do you know about Egyptian mummies? One of the most elaborate mummification techniques of ancient Egypt, originating around 2600 BC, was typically reserved for pharaohs and those who could afford it. After death, the body of the person being mummified was cleansed with water from the Nile and palm wine. A metal hook was then used to enter the skull through the nose, gently stirring to completely remove the brain through the nasal passage. Next, a small incision was made on the left side of the abdomen to remove the internal organs, except for the heart. These organs were cleansed with wine and placed in 4 canopic jars modeled after the shapes of 4 gods: Imseti, Kebesenuef, Hapi, and Duamutef. The body...
Hey, quick thought though. These people probably paid top dollar to get their body mummified. Like these people out here freezing their bodies these days, hoping to get brought back alive. They probably was thinking the same thing. They probably was thinking they was going to get brought back and we just digging them up, ruining them and everything. I don't know, just a thought.
Cleansed with palm wine and aromatic substances and covered completely with natron salt to prevent decomposition. After about 70 days, the body would shrink due to dehydration, so sawdust, linen, and fake eyes and hair were added to the body to restore its original appearance. Finally, the body was coated with resin to seal it and carefully wrapped in multiple layers of linen, with various amulets placed between the layers to protect the deceased before being placed in a coffin. The Egyptians' mummification technique was so skillful that mummies from thousands of years ago have been well preserved, with even nerves, blood vessels under the skin, and fat cells remaining intact.
The gold on Earth was born of the most violent processes in the universe. Trouble is, it's not clear which violent process is responsible. It seems like there's 2 prevailing options, though. In the cataclysmic final moments of a massive star, its core can't sustain itself against the massive pull of gravity, and so it collapses under its own weight. But eventually, its collapse is, at least temporarily, halted. The neutrons that now make up most of its core push off of each other too much, and so the collapsing core bounces, causing an enormous explosion that we call supernova. Depending on the mass of the progenitor star, what happens next can vary. However, in many different scenarios, it is believed that neutrons and heavy atoms are flung out in abundance, leading to the conditions required to create gold. The other, and perhaps more likely option, is that such a neutron and heavy element-rich environment arises in neutron star collisions. These stellar remnants are basically giant balls of neutrons, but they also have an abundance of heavy atoms near their surface. So it's thought that upon collision with another neutron star, enough heavy elements and free neutrons will be ejected to create the required conditions. In either case, it's the so-called R process that is responsible for the creation of nearly all of the gold in our universe, including the gold you might be wearing, as well as about half of the other elements heavier than iron. The arc process is a nuclear reaction, as opposed to a chemical reaction, in which the nuclei of heavy atoms very rapidly, this is what the R stands for, and repeatedly undergo neutron capture. For those not in the know, neutron capture is as it sounds. An atomic nucleus captures an extra neutron. The result is an atomic nucleus with way too many neutrons. And as you may remember from high school physics, atoms like to have about as many neutrons as protons, maybe a bit more. Eventually, after these nuclei are no longer bombarded by neutrons, the extra neutrons have time to decay to protons, electrons, and neutrinos. This is called beta decay, resulting in neutron-rich, stable heavy elements.
To know what's happening tonight, you need to watch this video right now. There's some crazy ass stuff going on in space at the moment. I mean, it seems like every day we get a new live event. There's a couple of things people are freaking out about, including some insane meteor showers happening at the moment as well, worldwide, as well as the Northern Lights still occasionally being visible in the UK and USA. Wherever you are today and tomorrow, you're going to be getting the biggest supermoon of the year. This right here is basically why this actually happens. It looks like this. It's pretty cool, and this is going to be the biggest one for a long time. So make sure you get outside, keep your eyes peeled. On top of this though, what is going on in this video right here that I got tagged in? It looks pretty mad, just like a load of tadpoles flying in the sky that this woman captured above Leeds Airport. Now, I don't know for sure, but if you do have any ideas, let me know. The last couple of days, there has been some mega meteor showers all around Earth. It was reported that yesterday was meant to be one of the biggest ones we would be getting in the UK as well. Chances are it probably is that, but still pretty mad scenes. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled for this, and hit that follow button, and I'll keep you updated.
School lunch in your country. Australia. Spain. USA.
Now, why they do us like that, man? A little accurate, but why they do us like that, man?
Italy. South Africa. United Kingdom.
Before we break down this little video, do you know that they can project images in the sky without needing a screen? That's right, NASCAR has done it. And well, why don't you just take a look at how it looks? And in my opinion, this is dumbed really, really down so you don't realize how they can do it and make it look as real as can be. Now let's take a little look at Mr. Rocket landing on chopsticks here. First, what is that? Why is that up there? What is this, a blimp potentially projecting an image down below? And let's take a closer look at this thing. I mean, does that look like real fire to you, or does that look like CGI? And what's with these random clouds? You're seeing glitches, guys. Glitches in the hologram. And watch how it jumps. Oh, all of a sudden it jumps. Jump. Watch it. I'm going to slow it down. Ready? Go. Oh, this multi-1,000-pound giant metal object just shifts. Okay. Guys, it's time to stop believing in this. It's
This is life.